They never left the mansion. Everything we saw in that trailer, every scene, every promise of separation, was nothing but a clever illusion. Alya and Jihan are still there, hidden behind a secret bigger than anyone imagined, and the truth behind it will change the course of the distant city forever. After the release of the latest trailer, social media exploded with theories. Fans were convinced that Alya and Jihan had finally left the mansion to start a new life together, away from the chaos and pain that consumed them for so long. But what if that peaceful image we saw wasn't real? What if it was all part of a much deeper plan, one meant to protect someone from a danger that's about to strike again? If you've been following the distant city closely, you know that nothing ever happens by coincidence. Every gesture, every silence hides another layer of emotion or manipulation. The most confusing moment in the trailer, the one where Alya and Jihan sleep side by side, heads resting gently against each other, wasn't about romance. It was about safety. Look closer. There's another figure in the shadows. That figure, according to Turkish fan theories, is Kaya. And here's where everything begins to unfold. Many believe that Jihan and Alya didn't leave the mansion for themselves. They left because of Kaya. After discovering that Zeren is pregnant with his child, Kaya's world collapsed. Consumed by guilt, anger, and his uncontrollable impulses, he nearly destroyed everything in his path. Fearing that he might do something reckless, Alya and Jihan decided to take him away from the chaos, not to escape, but to protect him from himself. Turkish fans even pointed out that this timeline perfectly matches the scenes where Kaya and Zeren meet. After learning the truth about her pregnancy, Kaya might have tried to take her away by force, desperate to keep her from Demir. But before things could spiral out of control, Jihan and Alya intervened. They followed Kaya, hoping to calm him down, to stop him before he crossed a line he could never return from. That's why the trailer's setting looks different, not because they moved out, but because they temporarily isolated themselves to bring Kaya back to reason. Meanwhile, back at the mansion, their absence opens the door to an entirely new danger. With Alya and Jihan gone, Sadakat begins to move in silence. She manipulates Deniz, whispering in his ear that there's someone who loves him deeply, someone he must meet. Fans believe this someone is none other than Boran, whose return could completely destroy the fragile peace that Jihan built with Deniz. Imagine the impact if Deniz meets Boran again. It wouldn't just reopen old wounds, it could shatter his emotional bond with Jihan forever. What if Boran uses this reunion to turn Deniz against him, to make the boy see his father as the only person who truly loves him? One moment like that could change everything. So while Alya and Jihan are away trying to save Kaya, Sadakat is already setting a trap that could tear their world apart. And that's not all. Turkish viewers noticed something else in the trailer that most people missed: the song Jihan sings. It isn't just any song. It was actually written by Sezen Aksu, one of Turkey's most beloved and iconic singers. Out of admiration for the series, she gifted this song personally to the distant city. Since the trailer dropped, the song has trended across Turkey and even several Arab countries, proving how deeply the story has resonated with audiences around the world. It's rare for a musician like Sezen Aksu to dedicate an original piece to a TV drama, and that gesture alone speaks volumes about how powerful this series has become, not just as entertainment, but as an emotional experience shared by millions. However, not everything behind the scenes is as peaceful as it seems. Over the past few days, a quiet storm has been brewing. Some local critics have begun attacking the series online, questioning its creative direction and pacing. I won't go into all the details now. We'll talk about that once the next episode's ratings are out. But let's just say that there's more drama happening off-screen than we might think. Whether this tension affects next week's viewership will reveal how much impact these behind-the-scenes conflicts truly have. For now, one thing is clear: the next episode will be explosive. Every clue points to a turning point. Kaya's guilt, Zeren's pregnancy, Sadakat's manipulation of Deniz, and the quiet storm that still brews inside Jihan and Alya. No matter how far they go, the mansion, and everything it represents, will always pull them back. They may run for a moment, but destiny in the distant city never allows escape for long. This is Drama Vibes, and the story has only just begun.